Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. This is a continuation of our Evo Cup matches that we had over last week at Sully's Abode. I'm joined by the Quackity McQuackerton, the Kaiju King, TJ himself.
Today I am a wizard. Nope, I lost it. I was gonna say. We'll come back to it. I'll get there next time. Next video.
All right. But yeah, like I said, a continuation of our Evo Cup matches over at Sully's. We've got Steven playing Numemon on the left. We've got Ante playing Rapid Vaccine on the right. Both guys were cooking. Ante particularly was on his A game for sure this week. It was great to see him again, and always a great time seeing him at the shop and having him cook us. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, like I said, Sully's Abode is the local card shop that we go to every week. We are there for Digi on Thursdays, popping off at about 6:30. Great shop. They've got a ton of TCG stuff going on and a bunch of locals for pretty much every card game you can imagine. So if you're in the Chicagoland area and want to check them out, they're in Bolingbrook. I will drop their TCG player link in the video description down below, along with our socials. So please feel free to check both of those out. And last but not least, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button yet, please do consider doing so. It would truly mean a lot to us. But yeah, should be an exciting matchup. I think both decks and both archetypes are very much in format right now. Nume is still going to be very, very good. And we've got a little bit of a spice here. We talk a lot about Magna Vaccine, but it's another thing to talk about Rapid, like a rapid focus vaccine, and definitely an interesting build, and also showcases just how powerful Rapid X is. You know, it's very much overshadowed by Magna X, but I think this video will bring to light that it's still a very good card in its own right. So without further ado, let's hop right into it.
So I think, yeah, like you were saying, what Ante's got going on is very unorthodox. So I'm very excited to see what how his list operates. But also like. You know, it's just cool. It's cool to see like that there's so many different variants for the builds.
Similar to like what Yellow Vaccine in general was, right? Where we talked a lot about you could play Yellow Vaccine however you really wanted to. Yeah.
So we see Ante opening up the goat. We're there with the Pada and training. Steven has a pretty good start for himself as well as an Agu in the back from the ST, along with Nume X. Also, Steven's tattoo is so cool. I love that Oni tattoo.
Yeah.
So sick. Digimon Emperor is a really good call here. It's really good for the mirror against other vaccine decks. It's also just really good in general right now because so many people want to push up rookies. It definitely stops. It slows down Nume because they have to push up rookies most of the time. They don't really Evo in the back. It's not what they're known for.
And I mean, it's going to be interesting at the time of recording. You know, we've got a regionals coming up this weekend and an in-person one coming up in a couple weeks. It's going to be nice to see like where the meta settles down. But like you said, Nume and Vaccine are probably, at least of now, the probably two more popular decks that we're going to be seeing. And Digimon Emperor, like, is a single-handedly just, like, slows that playstyle down a whole lot.
Oh, still finds a Rapid. That's insanely lucky. So, I think Steven had the right call there. Chipping security early against Yellow Vaccine can be, against Vaccine can be tough because if you eliminate their resources, then Pada can struggle to find something to Evo into, right? And Ante didn't have it set up earlier, and he did lose an Arrow Vidra off of one of the earlier checks, or not Arrow Vidra, but a Gold Vidra off one of the earlier checks. So was definitely lucky to see another Rapid in there. And this is a good board state. He's able to swing, get us just security chip, clear board, and play out an Uko, so he's ready to kind of get more gas in the next couple of turns here. Has a TK on board now, so if he has Emissary, he'll be good to start doing some crazy stuff.
We do see a Monze X come out. Or Monze,
just regular Monze. Yeah, RBO 1 Monze will hit the board. He'll do -3 KDP and sec -1 to something. I almost would have just done it to the Uko to clear the Uko, I feel like. So I feel like stopping the security checks on Rapid, it doesn't matter if they go into Magna X, they ignore it anyways.
I think this may also have been a situation where we're not really anticipating the Rapid focus build, you know, going up against. I think right now, like, the way Ante's opened is pretty much a typical Vaccine Armors play that's focused, you know, like he's like Steven's probably anticipating a Magna X to swing like twice potentially. with
Right.
the awakening that he picked up earlier. So it may have been a preemptive play. I see what you're saying too, just to clear the Uko. But we do see a Valkyrie Ace come into play,
Okay.
which then just clears board.
Oh, I see. So that's why I did it. So he was just
Yeah.
setting. Okay, so he was setting up to clear board.
exactly.
So that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart.
Yeah. That is pretty.
But there's also
smart.
a world where that just backfires though too, where like if even if the rapid being the unorthodox thing here doesn't help at all
Correct.
in that situation. Like you can clear the body, but it doesn't really matter because then they just spit something else out anyways because they have Nume X inheritable. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard drop a rapid. Okay.
Okay.
So
Valkyrie
Steven
Ace here can do a lot of damage. I mean,
yeah.
being able to board wipe, potentially get an additional check on top of, well, the
Well,
Manze +1 check won't trigger, so it'll still be
It won't
two
get a check from the
checks.
Manze. It won't get a check from the other one either because it's gonna pop an 8k or less body. It's gonna pop the rapid when it checks the security card, so it won't gain the sec
So
+1.
it's just one check, but I mean, the ability to keep popping things every time it swings is still pretty good.
Yes.
On top
The
of it
bigger
just
thing
being
here
a very
is
beautiful card.
the bigger thing here is that Steven needs to worry about an ace play. I
Correct.
think.
And that's
So
an
let's say
interesting
Steve-
thing we see with aces now, particularly in these decks, right? Like you can, if you don't have, you can just bluff it, right? And your opponent just has to play around it because that threat is there. And
Right.
it really makes the interaction that we see between players, like there's an additional layer now, which I think is really cool to see.
Because I'm trying to think. If he aces, it actually still doesn't.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Platinum comes out. We see Pata go into another BT-8 Rapid.
That's tough. It's gonna suspend both and minus both 5k.
Right. So it's going to be a total of -5, like you said.
Yeah, I think ace play happens. You don't really mind because a lot of stuff is pretty low in vaccine, and you're still sitting at you're only -4, so you're still sitting at 8k. So you swing over a majority of things.
Uh-huh. Oof.
And then on top of that, you clear that rapid. Yeah, because now, I mean, I guess this happens kind of regardless in a way, but
You swing with the Rapid.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it's
we hit a
-5, yeah,
Monday.
that makes sense.
Swing with this Rapid here. Does end up living. Getting some good chip damage in now. And taps Digimon Emperor.
draws a card. Yeah, I'm trying to think because I think he would because even if he lives the check and Ante Ace Evos, then he just pops the Magna, like if it's a Magna Angie or an Angelwomon, he just pops them and then gains memory for it and extends his turn.
Now we see just Ante pass turn with another pillow, which I think is fair at this point.
Yeah,
We see another Valkyrie
Steven,
Ace come out.
well, yeah.
So just, yeah.
clear
enough.
board,
Fair enough.
-5k.
Only 2 cards in hand too. That's tough. That is.
So this is
tough.
the issue for Nume. Nume, depending on the base you run, if you're not seeing Garamon consistently, you will struggle to draw cards.
Yeah.
And Steven hasn't been able to maintain a board, so he hasn't been able to get all the extra Evos off of, or all the extra draws off of Evoing other Digimon while having the rookies on board with the inheritables from the Sunomon eggs. We'll 8k, so Armor Purge. We'll go ahead and training go up into another Rapid here. We'll play a TK at that top card to hand.
Well, I mean, technically it's like delete something 8k or less, right? Because otherwise, if it was
Right.
neg 8k, it would just kind of
Did I say neg?
fizzle
Sorry, I meant to
through.
say
No,
neg.
you're good. You're good. But yeah, so then we see
Thought I
an
said-
Awakening
said
come
pop.
out to go into Magna X.
Yeah.
Digivolving would
restands.
restand and then swing.
Swings checks. Yep, the swings for game. Yeah.
There we go.
And that's game 1.
That is game 1. Very, very
So
good matchup, I think.
yeah, so that was pretty standard Armor Vaccine stuff. That was
Yeah.
pretty much what we normally expect to see. But I do like the one Upa is interesting, but I guess it makes sense because you can give Rapid blocker if he's running a more Rapid focused top end.
Mm-hmm.
But this just goes to show where like just how scary like Vaccine Armors is. And like Nume, while it's powerful, it definitely like if you really kind of shut them down early, they can lose a lot of steam really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
because they aren't drawing that much unless they're really setting up for it, and it's hard to pilot Nume in a way where you're consistently drawing. It takes some doing to really figure out how to get that cycle going.
Yeah, and it's also just unfortunate too that Rapid as an archetype, whether it's like BT-8 Rapid or Rapid X, tends to really just shut Nume down with DP neg and just being able to just pop all their bodies and deal with a very wide board pretty efficiently. But yeah, like you said, pair that with just how crazy efficient Vaccine Armors is in general. Like, you've got a very strong deck right there.
Yeah. So we see Steven starting. He'll go into an Agumon X in the back. His hand, a little weird. Okay, he'll play at Nume.
No
Pass on over to 3.
See Uko and then Digimon Emperor once again. So consistently seeing that guy too is also very rough going up against Nume. I think considering what he wants to do, we'll just keep him back. We'll just play in Uko, set back over to 3. We'll push up Uko on Ante side though. Reveal top 3. Paddle, grab the Rapid, bottom deck the rest. Then hatches. He does have a Pada in hand now though. Okay, so he just wanted to start the Uko. Gotcha. Or he drew it off to start a turn. Plays TK though. Tuck a Rapid in there. Does choose to suspend. We'll swing Uko for a check. Hits an Agu X, so dies. Okay. Magnet Ace.
And Magnet
Ace. Pop an Uko. Fair enough.
Yeah. Just kind of slow down some of that consistency that he could see. We'll lose 2 memory off pushing up the Agu X. Goes Nume X here. Draw and then draw one off Asuno.
Hand's looking a little rough there on Nume's end.
Yeah, being the 1 memory short right now is tough because he does have a Manze X on hand too. So, okay, we'll protoform here. All right,
okay,
that works.
Yeah,
Evo's for 2. Okay, I think I see what he's thinking. So we'll play Garamon on play. There's nothing for him to trash. Well, you could trash the Platinum Nume. Yeah, draw 2. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we'll minus 6k there. He will play the Manzai for 7. This is smart. Tucks the Platinum Nume under, gains 2, minuses 3. Yep.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good turn.
That's a very good turn.
That's a pretty good turn.
It's a very solid turn, even though he was handicapped by the Digimon Emperor being able to spit out a ton of bodies and negate that ace card and gain the benefit from it is still pretty darn good.
Okay, I see.
But that's scary now. Where we see a Rapid X go in there.
Tap in memory. So he's gonna probably suspend the Manzai and the Manzai X and minus 5 to both of them, I imagine.
Right.
Yep.
That's the smart play.
And then Emissary. Pillow.
And then Emissary into
Then Emissary. Okay, that's smart to stop the Nume X. Yeah.
Yep.
Good job.
Yep. Very, very smart.
Suspend all. Everything loses minus 4. Can't play out by effects and just a total board wipe.
Yeah.
Just recovers the proto. As
he gains memory off a Rapid X effect. Swings with the Whew.
And well, Pillow shouldn't have been able to swing there.
Pillow should not have been able to swing. I think that was a bit of a misplay.
A little bit, yeah. But regardless,
I mean, the board wipe is still a legitimate play and a very good one at that.
Yes.
Plays out a training to pick up. I believe it was a Magna X that he picked up, and
it was a Pada.
It was a Pada.
Bottomed at the Magna X.
And then pass turn to 3. Ooh. Yeah, I mean that was clean. That was a clean board wipe. I mean, we saw 2 very good turns by both of these players, right? You know, Steven had a very good turn prior to all this, setting up the board, did Nume things, and then Ante responded with everything that you could ask for from a Vaccine player, just to wipe board. So we see the Uko come out, and then we see a Garamon come out. We pitch 2 to draw, or pitch 1 to draw 2, and pass his turn. And here's a little bit rough because Rapid X will be able to suspend and then neg the board 4k because he has a Rapid in sources.
No, that's it's one Digivolving that he does that. It's not one attacking.
So when Digivolving, he suspends is the gain memory, right?
He has 2 all turns. All turns is whenever a Digimon whenever opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, it loses 4k DP as long as you have Rapid or X-Antibody in sources.
That's what it was.
And then the other one's the all turns once per turn, where when a Digimon is deleted by battle or by DP reduction, you gain 2 memory.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's what it was. Pretty good. I mean, pretty solid there. I mean, that's definitely a board state that Nume's gonna have to deal with.
All the memory and all the draws.
Yeah.
Ante, considering his plays, I mean,
yeah,
it's not. Yeah, just plays. Yeah.
There you go. And Steven just he's yeah.
Does Magnet just still clear body there? Doesn't he have to recover a card?
No, he does not have to recover a card as long. He does even recover a card if it's 5 or more, like you say, or
he does
6 or more.
Recover a card is 5 or more,
but you can still negative DP.
Yeah,
you can still negative DP. So yeah, clears the board, and Steven at that point is just like, yeah, I can't really do anything, which is fair.
Yeah,
you know, you're looking at that board state and what Ante has
just
set
game
up.
Next turn.
Very, very fair. So nice, quick little match, but I mean, I think a very good dynamic back and forth where we just see Vaccine just showcasing how powerful it can really be once it gets its full head of steam under it. So well played by both sides, and particularly well played by Ante for taking it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this matchup. Drop anything in the comment section down below if you got anything to say, any feedback, anything that you want to drop for our players here, and hopefully we catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.